Hi. Okay, we've sorted through all the stones from the last batch of tumbling. I'm glad to say I've got a barrel for the 400 grit, 2 barrels for 220 grit. Some of the original batch is going back through the 80 grit again, and I put some more moonstone in to make up the second barrel, so we've got 2 full barrels for 80 as well. So we've got quite a bit to be going on with over the next week. So the next job now is to put some grit into this 400 barrel. Again, I always start with the finest first, just in case I get any contamination on my hands or anything. And I always keep a separate scoop for each one of the grits. So, as it's only a small barrel, we'll just add 1 scoop. There we go. And then we top it up with water. You just watch, you just want to become just below the ledge. Something like that. Need a bit of water just to push all that down, and there we go. That will do. And get a little bit off the ledge there, so we get a decent seal. Right, so we just run our finger around that little bit there. Otherwise all the seals look good. Yep, excellent. So, wipe my fingers. Well, the next job is to fit the lid. You can see the lid's all nice and clean. In our case it's marked as a 400 lid, so that's fine. So we try and keep all our lids for 1 grit, the same grit all times. So that's sitting on there nicely. So now we need a little bit of Vaseline on the fingers, and we need to run that around the ring. What this does, it just adds a seal, helps to seal it. You don't need masses, you just rub it all the way around until the whole thing is covered in Vaseline. And it just helps to make that seal. Yeah, that looks okay. It's all shiny, it's all got Vaseline on. So then we put that in there like that. Just tuck it in all the way around so it sits in nicely. Just run your finger around to make sure it's in the groove properly. Then you can pop the lid on. Right, push it down. That looks good all round. Next job, a washer. Now if you want to be able to tighten this nut up, you better wipe your fingers off a bit. Good old paper towel. There we go. Right, we have the nut, which you just need to do up finger tight. Doesn't need to be too tight at all. There you go, that's done. And the next thing I do, I invert it, turn it on its side. I'll look for any signs of leaks. That's looking good. That's what we like to see. So that's that barrel ready to go on the tumbler now. And basically we just do the same with all the rest, so I got it to do it another 4 times. Before I close this, I'll just walk through into the workshop and I'll show you our tumbling machines. I better turn the music down at the same time. There we go. Right, here we have 2 big ones. These will take 2 of the big barrels or 4 of the small barrels each. So you can see we get quite a lot on there. And then at the back under there we have 2 smaller tumblers, which when we've got a lot of stones, they'll be in use as well. They will take 1 large barrel or 2 small barrels each, so we can have quite a bit on the go all at once out here. And that's why we prefer the rubber barrels over the plastic barrels, because the plastic barrels, if these were all plastic barrels, you wouldn't be able to hear yourself think out here, whereas the rubber barrels are an awful lot quieter. So there you go. So I'll get the rest of these barrels sorted and then get the barrels on the tumblers. Bye.